Hello there. I hope you are doing well. Welcome back to another episode of the Road to the Pancake series, where I am using the methods from my Finding Flexibility online course to work towards the full pancake stretch position. So, in this series, I'm practically covering various topics on how to build flexibility. And of course, you'll be able to watch me progress towards the full pancake myself. So today we're going to talk about antagonist work. What is it, how I'm using it, and how you might program it into a flexibility program for yourself. So we'll start with an analogy from the weightlifting world. Why would a bench presser work on barbell rows? If you don't know the answer already, it's not super obvious because a rowing movement doesn't really use the same muscles as the bench press. In fact, it's basically the opposite. And it is precisely that oppositeness which makes it so valuable. It turns out that practicing the opposite of a movement, aka working the other side of the joint or the muscles on the opposite side of the body in a similar movement pattern, do actually directly contribute to strength in the primary movement by increasing the stability and the overall health of the joint. By training your body on both sides, it often allows you to keep up training volume and intensity for longer and to have your joints be working in proper alignment when you're doing the main exercise, which in the long term allows you to output more strength and be more stable and just absorb more training. For stretching, it's quite similar. Although stretching isn't going to significantly change the thickness and the look of our muscles, it does significantly change the elasticity of the various tissues that contribute to the movements. And so maintaining some semblance of balance in the case of stretching similarly helps us find more space and develop better strength and control in these stretch positions. It's especially notable when looking at spinal stretches like this one, the pancake stretch. When you're trying to bend forward, we not only want to flex each vertebrae individually, but we also want to lengthen them, which gives each vertebrae more room to flex. So we don't just want to bend forward, but we want to sit taller and then bend forward. Working on back bends also involves not just extending backwards, but stretching taller and extending backwards, so elongating the spine. So by practicing back bends, we can also get an additional lengthening effect on the spine, which is a bit more complete than that given by merely doing a forward fold motion like the pancake stretch. So when we're working on the pancake stretch, we're mainly stretching the adductors, the glutes, the hamstrings, the spinal erectors, and then up into the mid-back a little bit. So for antagonist work, we can use bridge pose. This stretches the low and mid-back a lot, as well as the hip flexors and quads. Here I'm doing a variation where I do dynamic reps of bridge push-ups before settling into a deeper bridge hold. I like to do it this way, but you can also, of course, just press up once into your deepest bridge position and then hold it more statically. Either works. For programming with antagonist movements on flexibility, I like roughly 80-20. So that would be on the scale of your whole program, but for a given week or session, it could make up half or most of the session. So for instance, you could do 2 main stretching sessions per week and then 1 additional antagonist stretching session per week. Or you could do 1 set of antagonist stretching in the middle of your main primary session. Or you could do 2 sets of each, alternating as I'm doing here. But ultimately, this is just a tool that you can apply to your flexibility programming in order to bust through plateaus, in order to switch up your training a little bit, and ultimately to just be more well-rounded in your flexibility. Thanks so much for watching, folks. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.